All right, let's look at string manipulations in Go. So we're just gonna look at a handful, then I can show you how you can find all the other string functions. There's a package in Go, okay? And there you go. Now, so this topic is string manipulations, okay, in Go. Now, let's go in and let's create this string, right? So let's just call it string name. And there you go. So let's make a sentence, okay? And the sentence is just gonna simply say, so this is how it goes. Obi, oh, sorry. There you go. Obi is a boy. So this is a sentence, but let's say, and he jumps over a dog. So let's print fmt.print ln string name. So if we come here now and go this way, it prints, okay, clean. But let's say we want to actually put he in a quote. So let's do something like this. You're gonna run into an error, okay, saying syntax error, unexpected name at, okay. So this is unexpected. Why? Because we did not escape it. The reason we have to escape it is because this is a double quote inside a double quote. So double quote is how Go knows that this is a string. Once you put anything inside double quote, Go will know. So if we run this again, let me do clear. If we run this again, it's gonna show you Obi is a boy and he jumps over a dog, right? So clear. Now we can also accomplish the same thing using something like backticks. So let's just reverse some of the things we did. The backtick, Go knows if you use the backtick that it's a string also. If you use the backtick, it's a string. So let's run this. Now I know the question on your mind now. Where is this key on the keyboard? This backtick is called backtick. All right. So this backtick key is in your keyboard, the key above the left tab key. So it is above the left tab key. The left tab key is above your caps lock key on the left of your keyboard. So this key is above it before the number one on your num row, okay, number one. So that's the key you see before your number one. You just press it once, you will see the backtick icon, and then you have it. Okay, so let's do some string concatenation. So let's import strings. So here, strings. Strings is a package in Go. So if you import it, now you can do a lot of things, okay? And the first one is, let's say name is equal to Dave, okay? And let's create another variable and call it find, and say just find D in Dave, or let's say find V. Okay, so now we can do some printing, print ln, and well, so we can say find, which is this find, is in name at index strings dot index name find. So this particular function inside a string package helps you to find this word inside this. So you have a sentence and you want to find a word. This is what you use to find it, and it will return whether it's there or not. Okay, so we just put it all inside a sentence so that it's gonna be cool to see. I think we also need to put, like spaces just to make it all good. So if I run here now, and it's gonna give me that. Now we're gonna just do one or two more string manipulation just to give you an idea. You see, v is in Dave at index 2, so this gives you the location. And if you know platforms like programming languages like PHP, Java, JavaScript, it's very similar. The string package in these programming languages are very similar, and I think they were actually adapted into each other, you know. So also, strings are seen as an array, so you can even access some parts of it. So let's look at printf. Let's try and access an array there. So you see, printf. Now we can do something like percent c, put it in a new line. But I want to show you something. So now we can say something like name at location 1. So what do you think this is going to print? This is going to print something interesting. Let me clear this. Okay, name at location 1. Oh, there's an error because the strings was imported and not used. Okay, so copy. I commented that package out and rerun. It's gonna show me the character at location 1, which is 0, 1. You see? Now we can find the length of a string. Okay, so let's say here we can do something like a length string. Okay, print line. If we do print line, we can say the length of the string is. So now we use the keyword len to find the length, and that sorts it out. If I clear, I can run this, and you see the length is 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can join two strings together using just like in JavaScript. Okay, so if we're joining two strings, I can say something like I love your tutorials. Oops, tutorials, toots. I think that's better. Okay, I love your toots. Now it's time to join them. Let's create a variable that says something like result, and let's concatenate them. Name plus, let's put a space in between and put another plus str. So here we can do print line str. So it's gonna be that simple. Print line result. So what do you think it's gonna print here? So there are so many string methods in Golang, and I'll just show you how to find them. If you're coming from previous programming languages, you should be able to you should already know most of them. So the way to find them is easy. Just come to your browser and search for strings in go.dev. Okay, go.dev is the official website, I believe, of Go. So if you look for the topic of strings in go.dev, you look for the website that has it. Look at go.dev. Can you see this? pkg.go.dev strings. Okay, so that's a string package. If we click now, when it opens, you're gonna see hundreds of functions. You see, these are different functions. This one checks if something is contained inside the string. So many different functions. And also you can always Google your way out. For instance, if you wanted to do something in a string, you can just Google how can I do XYZ in a string. Then some of the known functions in other programming languages are there already. So for instance, this one we can do to lower. All right, these are known functions. Strings to lower, then you put it just like in JavaScript, you know, something like this. We did not import strings. It's gonna give us an error. So Okay, now it puts everything in lower letters. As you can see, the D is gone. Same thing with the upper and all those ones from other programming languages. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for strings. Now you know where to find your functions. If you have any challenges with strings, just go look for them. You see, the upper.